All right, what's up YouTube? We got a nice little simple easy video for you guys today. I'm gonna show you how to properly maintain your waves. We're gonna go over the maintenance. We're also gonna go over how to properly apply the Durag, okay? Really, a lot of this varies. I know there's a lot of questions on how to get waves, but it varies based off of your hair texture and how coarse your hair is. Getting waves is really not that hard, but just like anything, it takes some type of consistency and takes some kind of discipline. Brushing, brushing, brushing. That's the main important part. So that's the first step I'm gonna go over. Having a variety of brushes means a lot, and it helps a lot, and it's very, very, very important. So as you can see, I have multiple brushes. Honestly, I have a lot of them, but these are the main three ones that I'm going with right now. They all have a different purpose. This right here is my hard brush. I got a hard one, as you can see right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but as it says right there, hard brush, very important for the woofing part, the very, very thickness, the peak of your thickness of your hair. Pause. That's what this is for. I also have another brush. This is a medium hard brush, and that sounds crazy, but I don't know if you guys can see that. But as you can see right there in the middle, there's a blue part to it. That is the hard part. And then on the outside of the blue, there's the black part, which is the medium part. So it has a mixture of both. This is important when you're trying to stretch a brush, get the longevity out of it, get your money's worth, get the best bang for your buck. I would go with something like this. It's also curved a little bit for those to get around the rounder parts of the head. But yeah, so it's hard in the middle, medium around the edges. So something like this, use the middle part to lay the hair, to brush through the thickness, the bulkiness, and then just use the edge tilted to use the edge for the softer parts. Anything below 1.5, I would not recommend a hard brush, man. It eats your scalp up. It really, really hurts. You gotta break it in, especially straight out of the bag, out of the wrapper, out of the box. Way too hard. To prevent from being hurt, injuring yourself, messing up your scalp, I would recommend going with a more softer brush. Something like this. This right here is my medium to soft brush. It was a medium brush when I first bought it, but now it's more on the softer end after wear and tear. I've used this for a very, very long time. So it's really, really soft. When my hair gets wet, it gets really, really soft. So I use this so I don't eat up my scalp, especially when I'm in the shower, when it gets wet. I use this so it doesn't eat my scalp up. Feels very comfortable, feels very smooth, and it works very well. The main purpose of the brush is to be able to control your hair, to be able to lay it down, move it in the direction that you need it, laying down those curls, and then they overlap and become waves. Get you some brushes and get you multiple ones. You will need, they have multiple different purposes, and also just in case you're somebody like me that's always taking a brush with you on the go, I tend to lose brushes a lot. So very important. The most important stage, honestly. The Durag is just something extra. In my opinion, Durag is just to make your hair lay down and pop. Just give it that little pizzazz extra on top of the hair. But for the most part, this is the hardest part, the most consistent part, and the most important part of creating waves, okay? I have two different bottles. One is for the shampoo. This actually has shampoo in it, and this one is just water. So we're gonna water up first to get the hair wet, and then we're gonna throw some shampoo behind it. Yes, sir. We're just gonna throw some water in there. Get it nice and wet. Now that my hair is nice and wet, we're gonna go ahead and apply the shampoo. As you can see right here, it's nice and greasy. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna apply that. Again, you can mess your hair up, make sure it gets in there, because all you're gonna do is end up brushing it anyways. The brushing part is the most important part. You wanna make sure the shampoo gets all the way down to the scalp. Lather it all the way up. Lather it all the way up. So I have a cowlick right here in this area. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I know where it's at. So with the cowlick, it usually spins right here. So what I'm gonna do, my hair usually grows down this way, out to the right, and to the left, and up. So with me knowing my cowlick, it is very important to know your hair growth. Know your hair growth, and with being able to do that, all you have to do is get a mirror and look through the mirror, see the mirror behind you, and just watch and see, pay attention, observe exactly how your hair grows. So I'm gonna go in the direction that my hair growth pattern will go in. So again, it goes down this way based off of my cowlick. And we will round out to the right based off of my cowlick. And we're gonna go to the left based off of my cowlick. I have a funny shaped head, so getting the do-rag, especially at night, to stay on my head is a very difficult process. My head is real flat in the back, real flat. It just, look, this thing is flat as hell. I ain't got no roundness, so the do-rag tends to just slide up back here because I don't have no hump back here to keep it from going up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no hump back here to keep the damn do-rag from going up. So at night, it sit right up here. You see the roundness of my head. It ain't going above that mushroom head on the side. It ain't going nowhere above that. But back here, I ain't got no hump back here. So it ain't sliding off the sides. It's just sliding off the back. And I got a hump right here in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see that thing. Man, I got a hump. So that right there where that hump is, when I got that curved brush, it just go right over it. Like perfect. Like whoever made them curved brushes made it just for my head, specifically for that hump right there. That's that goofy hump right there. It just go right over it. Now this part right here, we're gonna show you guys how to properly apply the do-rag. Me, I don't like to tie it in the back. I try to keep it as wide and flat. I try to keep the strings as wide and flat as possible because I don't like the lines, especially in the hair. And especially across the forehead. I don't like that. So I'm gonna show you guys how to prevent that as much as possible. It's not gonna completely get rid of the lines across the skin, but you're not gonna see too much lines in the hair. You're not gonna lose any progress. You're not gonna dig into your hair whenever you take that do-rag off. You can see that crazy line going across now. We don't want that. You got this line on the do-rag. We do not want this line on the do-rag to be in your hair, because what happens is it'll leave that indentation all the way through your hair. You'll have a whole line going down the back. So the first thing, you wanna make sure that this thread is sticking out. It's gotta be flat, as you can see on the inside. We want the thread sticking out. So now that we have that facing the way that we want, we're gonna put the line smack dab in the middle of your hair. You can line it up with your eyebrows. You can line it up with your nose, however you decide. Me, I got a split right here. I can line it up with that. Whatever makes you happy, just make sure it is in the middle. So once it is in the middle, exactly how we want, I'm gonna stretch to both sides to make sure that it lays flat. And then what I'm gonna do is, as I bring it back to the back, I'm going to swap over, exchange, just like that. Now we have that exchanged. Doesn't matter which side you do first. Me, I usually do to the left side first. So I'm gonna bring the right side and I'm gonna hold it with my mouth. I'm gonna hold it with my mouth to prevent it from popping back or moving or losing control of it. So I'm gonna invert it, then invert. You see, I got control. I got full control over this one right here. So we're gonna widen it and we're gonna stretch it to make sure that it's completely flat, like I said, because we are trying to prevent lines. So we're gonna keep it as stretched as possible, all the way around the head. All the way back to where we started. Just wrap it around. Don't be afraid to tug on it a little bit to make sure you give it some, it'll tighten up, it'll stiffen up. That's what I love about these velvets. These velvets got some stretch, they got some give to it. So as you're stretching it, as you're pulling it and tugging it, it creates it to be tighter around the head. It naturally has a grip to it because of the texture. So it's not gonna slide, it's not gonna move. I don't like the silkies because they slide, it doesn't grip. So I go with the velvet ones because it's very important for this next step. I don't like to tie it in the back like I said earlier. So it's important to be able to have that texture to be able to grip to itself so it doesn't slide anywhere. So since I don't tie it in the back, I like to tuck it into what is there. So I'm gonna show you guys that here in just a second. Hold on. Lift this, and tuck. We're gonna tuck that right there. You gotta tuck that in there, and again, I can let it go because it is gripped to itself. It doesn't slide. So now it's tucked in, and then while it's tucked in, I can let this go. It's not gonna go nowhere. And then we're going to make this look good. This is the process where you can, if you're trying to look fly out there with a do-rag on, it looks a little goofy, you can make it look better. So we're gonna stretch this out a little bit more. Make sure it's nice and even, laid and flat. This also gives me the opportunity to lay the entire do-rag down. So we're not worried about this because it's not going nowhere. We're gonna slide this down. We're gonna push this down. All right. See, I haven't even tied the other side yet, but since it's tucked in and since the velvet has grip to itself, it's not going nowhere. Really, you can go all day like this. You can just cut this one off. You don't have to tie nothing, but we're not gonna do that. All right, we're not gonna damage the do-rag. We're just gonna use what we got. Keep it as wide as possible, all the way around the head. As wide as possible, all the way around the head. That way, you don't get lines. It's flat, it's not gonna leave any indentions. Now, what we're gonna do with the other one, we're just gonna get it where we had it from. We're gonna do the exact same thing we did with the other one. So we're just gonna pull it, make it nice and wide. Nice and wide, all the way around the head. Again, you can tug it. As you can see, I can pull it, and it's got some give to it. It'll stretch, you can make it tighter. By pulling it, it will make it tighter. If you stretch it, it will make it tighter on your head to prevent it from moving. Again, unfortunately, I have a flat head, so it doesn't move all day until I lay down. Don't ask me why, but it just does. So again, pulling it all the way around the head. We're gonna grab this, and we're going to tuck it. Tuck it in bed. We are putting that to sleep. We don't want it no more. Night, night. Cool? And then we are going to even it out and make it look pretty. Again, for those people that want to rock a do-rag out, you want to make sure it's neat. You can see the overlapping right here. So just by using my senses, my fingers, I'm going to find the middle of my head, which is indicated by this line, and we are going to just move this over to make it look symmetrical. Boom. You got that? Didn't have to tie anything. We're just pulling, tugging, and tucking. Pull, tug, stretch, tuck. Easy day. And it's not going nowhere. It's on there, it's nice and laid down, nice and even, and it looks better to me, in my opinion. I think this looks better, it looks a lot smoother, looks a lot nicer. You get the nice velvet side. On the inside of the do-rag, it is silk. As you can see, the color differential, silky on the inside, velvety on the outside. which is good for your hair. Silky on the inside is good for your hair, lays it down. Velvet is just for looks. Velvet doesn't matter, but it is stretchy. So now that we have that, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck the back. I don't like the back flappy. I don't like this back part, and I know a lot of other people don't either. So stretch it, stretch and curl, stretch and curl, stretch and curl, all the way up to the top. We're gonna use, it's important to stretch so that we can create these tails right here to be able to tie. Now that we have those tails, we're gonna tie it, boom, and then tuck it. Tie it and tuck it. Boom. Man. We got a little Durag session going on, man. We got a nice little clean little Durag session going on, man. We'll be back after I let it dry, let it sit, let it do its job. And I'll show you guys exactly what the Durag did to my hair. Give you guys an update on my 4-week progress. And yes, sir. I'll be back in just a few. All right, well, we are back. I'd like to say it's been about an hour. So my hair is completely dry underneath. I'm gonna reveal you guys exactly what it's done. What the Durag has done, what the lather has done, what the brushes have done to my hair underneath this. It is my 4-week reveal. I'm excited to see the progress. Hopefully you guys, you are too. Hopefully I do got some waves up under here because that would be very counterproductive of this video. If you guys did take notes, you can see Durag is nice and laid and it's not moving. It's not going nowhere. It's not adjusting. And the velvets are a go. Silkies are not gonna let you not tie it based off of my experience. So if you want to be able to throw a Durag on and it not move without having to tie it, velvets are the way to go. Here we go. Here goes the reveal, man. 4-week reveal. Yeesh. All right, we're gonna untuck it and it just unwraps. Everything we did, we're gonna undo. So untuck it, pull that off. Y'all let me know what it's doing. What's it doing? I can't see it, man. Y'all let me know what it's hitting for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are good. Nice and laid, nice and flat, nice and tucked. Sheesh. It's been 4 weeks, man. It's looking good. I know I see some spots in here that need to be touched. They need to be worked on. But as you can see, man, as you can see, no lines, no lines, no lines. You can see a slight line right in here. That's just because I had it so tight. But it's not engraved in my forehead. I give it a good 10-12 minutes before this is all gone. Everything is laid down just like it was supposed to. What more can you ask for, man? This is as good as it gets in my opinion. Nice and laid. And that's pretty much it, man. Easy day, ready to go. Again, it's only been 4 weeks. You ain't gotta go crazy on how my waves aren't the best right now, but give me another 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, and my shit is gonna be looking absolutely crazy. I'm already knowing. This is only 4 weeks. After going from 2.5 years worth of growth, I had hella long hair. My hair was down damn near to my mouth when I pulled it. 4 weeks? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We good to go. But like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever you gotta do to keep me on your timeline, man. We trying to make 2024 the best, so we're not too far from it. And y'all let me know, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this helps. Let me know if you got the same Durags Let me know if you're thinking about getting the same durags. Let me know if the technique works on multiple different types of textures. That's up to you. Let me know. I don't care. I don't care what you let me know. Just let me know. All right? Crispy King, man. We out. See you guys on the next one. Peace.